Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Dunmore Bucks football. Michael Dougherty joining us right now. And Michael, a lot of success again this year. And to some people's surprise, to say, how does Dunmore keep doing it? But you guys are rolling right now.
Yeah. We put so much time in the off season, and the coaches do a great job of motivating us and picking up really where we left off last season. So that factors into how we do each year.
Let's talk about your role on the team. What does Coach expect you to do, whether it's on the offensive side or defensive side?
Well, being a senior, Coach expects me to be a leader out in the field. I am a defensive back, and I play free safety. And Coach McHale, he says that free safety needs to be like the quarterback of the defense, needs to know where everybody's at. So I just try to know every position on defense so I can not only help myself, but help the others out and help our defense.
And then, of course, you guys have guys like Colin Holmes and guys like that just continue to roll. And he's a heck of a player and really has done a tremendous job with his career.
Yeah, Colin's one of my best friends, and we have such a great relationship off the field that it carries onto the field, and we both know exactly what we're going to be doing. And I think that's a major part of our success this year.
How about that offensive line? Talk about those guys up front. Every couple years, you get a cycle of guys kind of graduating, going through. And how about this group at Dunmore this season?
Yeah, last year, actually, these guys stepped up into a big role. And this year, they have some experience under their belt. So it was pretty big for them to step up into that role last year. So for them to have the experience playing this year is definitely helping us out a lot.
Let's talk about your quarterback this season. A nice-sized young man, underclassman, but he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, Gavin Darcy, he's great. And I think it really helps that he's on the taller side because our linemen are kind of tall and they're big. And so for him to step up in the pocket and make some throws is a lot easier. And that helps our offense.
There's always a couple of guys that fly under the radar and probably don't get much recognition. Who are some guys in your eyes that are kind of bring that lunch pail every day there at Dunmore that may not be getting the press that they deserve, or maybe you don't hear their names too often, but you're saying, boy, this guy or that guy really are stepping up for us?
Definitely both offensive linemen and defensive linemen. They get no press at all, and they're the reason why we do so well. Another guy is Jordan Petrosky. He's our fullback, and at Dunmore, you know that we use our fullback every play. So what he does on the field needs to be noticed more. But yeah, our defensive line guys like Nick Shoemaker, Mikey Morocco, Kyle Lasher, and Joe Galinas, they're our D-line, and they deserve a lot of credit. And on the offensive line, we have Jerry Longo, Jake Salka, Mikey Morocco, Nick Shoemaker, George Cole, and Nick Lawler. And they're what keeps us going.
Michael, how about your role on the team as far as Coach says, hey, and you mentioned a little bit about Coach McHale and him telling you stuff. How do you see yourself out there on the field as far as your abilities and what you try to do to help this team be a little better?
I'm just trying to be a playmaker, John, and being a leader definitely helps with that because a lot of guys look up to me, and if they see if I'm making plays that they can do the same, and I think it really helps our team move forward. I try to be a motivator out there and keep the spirit high because if somebody makes a bad play, they're gonna keep thinking about it, and I try to tell them that they have to forget about it and make a play the next down. So I try to set a good example out there.
Who's rooting number 20 on when Dunmore hits the field? Talk about those fans of yours.
Yeah, my mom is definitely my biggest fan, and I owe her a lot of credit because she does so much for me. My grandma, my grandpa, and especially my Aunt Jane Forgione. Her son was Brian Forgione, who was my cousin, and he passed away of cancer. And so wearing that number 20 for him is definitely something really special because I know that he's looking down on me and that I feel great on Fridays.
And, again, a lot of great memories and keeping the Brian Forgione's name live there in Dunmore, and what they've done is incredible. And, of course, the relation there for you. Would you talk about the next step for you guys? It's a one-game-at-a-time approach, and you guys have one more game. It's coming up this weekend, and I'm sure you're looking forward to it, a team out of District 3.
Yeah, we're playing York Catholic on this Friday, and their running back, he's very fast, and their quarterback is quite athletic. So if we stop those two players, I think we'll be okay. But other than that, I don't know too much about them as of right now.
What's working for you guys right now? I mean, Lakeland was an improved team. They really had a lot of fast guys, but you guys did it again against Lakeland. Not an easy feat to do that against the Chiefs twice.
No, definitely. Lakeland they were a good, physical, tough, fast team, and we knew that going into that game, and we have a lot of respect for each other because Dunmore-Lakeland, big rivalry. It's a healthy rivalry as well, and just the preparation going into that week was big because we picked up on some tendencies that they had, and our coaches did extremely well preparing us for that game.
Well, Michael, it was a pleasure speaking with you, rooting for you out there, number 20. Yeah, that was my high school number, too, so I got a little extra for you going down the line. But continued success there at Dunmore High School.
Thank you, John.
All right, Michael Dougherty from the Dunmore Bucks Football Team here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.